Hello everyone and welcome back to another lesson. Today we're going to talk about music theory and we're going to talk about scales. So let's go right at the piano to understand the concepts better. Alright everyone, so what is a scale? I'll tell you. A scale is nothing else than a succession of notes. You may know from just growing up in a Western world this scale. And you may also know that that is called major scale. But you also may know this sound. These are both scales, so what is it that makes them different and sound different? Well, a scale is not only a succession of notes, but it's also a succession of notes that are at a certain distance from each other. And there's two types of distances from notes. So there's a whole step or whole tone, which sounds like this. You could also say that at the piano it's the distance between one key, then you skip one, and that's your arrival point. So if you're here, you skip one, you've just played a whole step. You're here, you skip one, you just played a whole step. And then there's the half step or semitone. So if you were skipping one key to play a whole step, now you're not skipping. You may also know this sound from the Jaws theme. I don't know which way it is, ascending or descending, I don't remember. Anyway, that's the concept, right? You're playing successing keys, so you're not skipping any key, and that's called a semitone or half step. So let's see how the major scale that we played before is constructed. We find out that it's a mixture between whole steps and half steps, and they're played in a certain order. It's a bit like a binary code of music, if you will. Instead of the zeros and the ones, you have the whole steps and the half steps. So let's see. Alright, that's our starting point. Our next note, we are skipping one key, so that means that that's a whole step. Then we're skipping another key, so that's another whole step. Now we're not skipping any keys, so that means that that's a half step. That's a whole step. That's a whole step. Whole step. Half step. So whole, half, whole, half. Tone, semitone, tone, semitone. That is the formula to construct major scale from any given key. So let's try to construct a major scale from B flat, shall we? So B flat is here, so we have whole, half, whole, half, and back. Simple. You can do this in D as well. Whole, half, whole, half. Major scale. Hey! So now, what happens if we shuffle around those half steps and whole steps, semitones and whole tones, well, we could create another formula for another type of scale, and that's the minor scale. You may know this one from just listening to music, right? That's it, that's A minor. So let's try that whole step and half step method counting the keys. So that's our starting point. We've got a whole step or whole tone. We've got a half step here already. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. So to sum up, to do it again, it's whole, half, whole, half, whole. And that's the formula. You start at any key, at any note, and if you follow that order of whole steps and half steps, you can construct any minor scale from any key. And that's exactly how it works. So any scale is a succession of notes that are at a given distance from each other. Those distances are called whole steps or half steps, and a scale is constructed by following the order of whole steps and half steps. That's it, guys. So that's major scale and minor scale covered. What was the other scale that we played? This one? So this is called chromatic scale, and it's basically all half steps, because it plays all the 12 chromatic tones. Chromatism is by the way, it's a Greek word that means colors. So these are all the colors of the piano rainbow, if you will. And they're all available to us in the chromatic scale. Alright, that was our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed. And maybe I'll see you sometime if you book a lesson with me. Yeah, we'll talk more about this stuff, and we'll sit at the piano together and we'll do things. Alright then, see you soon.